What's poppin', internet, and welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Podcast, where we talk about news, games, and sandwich a little fun in between. I am your host, Michael Clare, your boy, and joining me this week is not Timothy DeRoe. Instead, it's your other boy, who hasn't been on in probably about 3 months or so.
Yeah.
We did the math. It's been 3 months. Feels like it's only been a couple weeks. But it's Isaiah Roberson. How are you doing, Isaiah?
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing quite well. Thank you, Michael.
How long you been sitting on that accent?
I've been sitting on this for about 2 years.
Is this going to be a whole podcast then, or just the intro?
Potentially. I haven't been on this podcast since my time in Tanzania.
All right, there's the joke, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about Nintendo and EA sales reports and PSVR 2. But first, some housekeeping. Hey, do you like our show?
Maybe.
I'll take that. If you do, then you should consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/syncedup, where for $1 you can get access to Discord, where we do shenanigans such as getting everyone to dive back into Clash of Clans for no apparent reason besides me just having the vibe to play it again. And for $5 you can get access to our post show, which we have for both of our shows, including this one and the film show, which usually have no relation to the show, but are about 10 minutes of glorious fun.
Oh, yes, and you want to stay tuned for this one.
Yeah, why?
Oh, yes.
What are you going to do?
It's going to be some
Is it
funny shenanigans.
Maybe 10 more minutes of the accent?
Yeah, indeed.
So new episodes of both of these shows go up in those feeds on Monday and Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central Time Zone gang. Man, it felt weird to not have someone say that with me.
Oh, can we do that one more time?
At Mondays, 7 a.m. Central Time Zone
Gang.
Just the last word?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. You can write into the show at synceduppod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns. You can also write into the reader mail submission tab on Discord, and we will look at them there and discuss them on the show, just like Fielding did. Yes. And then you can also follow us on Twitter at synceduppod to keep up to date with all of our content and add our own tags. You're not Timothy DeRoe. What's your actual Twitter?
Well, my Twitter is at Isaiah_Roberson.
Bro, know your socials, dog. What's your Twitch?
My Twitch is
There you go.
it's it's underscores. This is chalked. I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding.
Some tomfoolery.
You can find me at twitch.tv/it's_Zay15, where I do some fantastic, video games.
What you been playing lately? What was the last thing you streamed? I know it's been a minute. But
Oh gosh, it's been a minute. The last thing I played, I think was what was that game? Oh no, it's on the tip of my head. Biomutant. Yeah,
Okay.
Biomutant.
So it's been a little minute then.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the news. Pretty slow week, if you ask me. There's been a lot of updates on like the Blizzard stuff. So if you're interested in that, there's been some updates on like change in leadership and stuff like that. That story is going to be always evolving. So I don't think we'll cover it every week.
Fair
But
enough.
we do have some sales numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The first one of which is Nintendo Switch. The Switch console sales hit 89 million and has now outsold PS3 and Xbox 360 despite facing a year-on-year slump. This is by Ryan Craddock at Nintendo Life. The Nintendo Switch has reached a grand total of 89.04 million hardware sales, Nintendo's latest financial report confirms. Between April and June 2021, the system has sold a total of 4.45 million units, 3.31 being the original and 1.14 being the Lite, to help it close in on that 90 million milestone. Although sales are currently down year on year, Nintendo says that the hardware sales were driven by the March 2020 release of Animal Crossing New Horizons in the first quarter last year, and without a similar killer app this year, sales have declined by 21.7%. It's pretty crazy.
That was crazy.
Those 4.45 million sales are pushing Switch's lifetime figure ever closer towards that of the Wii, which sold 101.63 million units before being discontinued. From there, only the Game Boy family of systems at 118 million and the Nintendo DS at 154 million stand in the way of Switch's fight to be Nintendo's best-selling console of all time. I can easily see this hitting those numbers. I don't know how familiar you are with those numbers, but you got to remember the Game Boy has the original Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy SP, and all the different variations there might have been in between those. And then the DS has an even more crazy amount where you had the DS, DS Lite, DSi, 3DS, new 3DS XL, 2DS. There was a lot of them. So,
Jesus.
I mean, that all adds up. And it looks like Switch is slowly going down that way, not nearly as much, but we have the Switch Lite, and now the OLED Switch. So big numbers from Nintendo. I'm sure we'll see another uptick maybe when the new Pokemon games come out, you get Diamond and Pearl remakes.
100%. I think the Switch Lite will probably get more. People will buy the Switch Lite more just because they'll play that game. I know a couple of my friends are actually interested in the Switch Lite just for Pokemon alone.
Yeah, I can see that. And then, we have some other big hitters. Arceus 2 and then Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh,
So you got some big games coming down the line.
I can't wait.
I'm sure it'll go up. And you're going to have people that already have a Switch get the OLED version. That's not going to be any of us as far as I know. We're going to wait until there's an even more advanced one before we upgrade. But those are some good numbers. Cool to see them out selling the PS3 and the Xbox 360, which I think were some of the best consoles, especially the 360.
Yeah.
So now we got some EA conference call numbers. This is from Daniel Ahmad on Twitter. So this is the EA conference call. Mass Effect Legendary Edition performed well above expectations, which I'm sure Jordan can attest to. The man has beaten a playthrough of the original one. I can't remember.
I know he's played through all of them. And I think he's going through
what so far have you played in Emmy Legendary Edition?
I've done a full playthrough of 1, 2, and 3, and started a new one.
And you're gonna go through 1, 2, and 3 again?
Yeah, all the way through. I'll probably do it, which just attests to why the sales are so high. I've already slated myself to do this one. I consider this one still at the beginning. I'm still in the first game, and then at least 2 more after that to make 4 total. So
solid deal. It seems like that Legendary Edition. The company will continue to invest in the Jedi Fallen Order franchise, which I think is super cool. Fallen Order is a good game.
I like that game. I still need to beat that game, but that game is so fun.
It was the first game I downloaded when I got my Series X, because that was, the Series X was the first console I've had since Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Not counting like DSs and stuff like that. So I was very excited to get in, and I thought Jedi Fallen Order would be a good one for me to jump in on, and it was really good what I played through. I didn't finish it either, but it's very well made, and it's exciting to see that franchise continue.
Yeah, when I saw that game on Game Pass, when I got my Xbox, I was like, oh!
Yeah, easy download. Battlefield 2042 was the most discussed new game during June. Trailers received 210 million views across all channels. Well deserved. That game looks pretty good. I wish it was coming to Game Pass. I might actually play it. But I know Tim will be all over that.
Probably.
EA also said that 58% of its units sold through PlayStation, Xbox in the past 12 months were via digital download, compared to 52% during the prior 12-month period. Kind of crazy, COVID definitely helped to boost digital sales numbers. To see them continue to go up, I think that's just telling you what the market wants to do. People want to go digital. I'm slightly more, I like hard copy stuff, especially when it comes to like Switch games, and I haven't even bought a hard copy Xbox game, but for the Switch, I'm very much like pro buying digital games or hard copy games. So I guess that's the majority has now switched to wanting to go digital. So
yeah, I've mainly just I buy digital games. Yeah, I used to buy just like hard copies, but then I just noticed that like I'll just like I'll buy the game, sell it, and then buy another game, sell it back to like GameStop or something. And yeah, I just rather have the digital version so I can just kind of keep it without having to like.
See, that's why I like the hard copies, because if I ever wanted to sell them all, I can. You know, all the games I've downloaded onto my Switch, I can't really sell them. They stay with me forever, which is cool, but I can't go to GameStop and be like, I don't want these games anymore. Let me get some new games, and especially for like younger people who are very much more on a budget with their games.
Yeah.
Being able to use their game for a different reason, such as returning it to GameStop when they're done to get a new game, I think is pretty valuable to them. But for people who just have more indisposable money, digital just makes sense. So I understand it. Some other stuff for reference: Sony confirmed today that 63% of all PlayStation games sold in the past 12 million were via digital. Just backing up that discussion. EA also said that they have plans to bring Need for Speed back, which is exciting.
Ooh.
I don't know if it can stand up to Horizon or Forza Horizon, right? Jesus, I don't know why that one messed me up. Forza Horizon, that game looks great. But I would be super down for another Need for Speed game. Those were pretty good back in the day.
Oh yeah.
It says this would probably include Need for Speed mobile game, which is in development at Tencent, in addition to a new console game. I'll take the console game. Nothing to share on Dead Space as of the posting of this Twitter thread, other than that response from fans was positive. EA also plans to focus on expanding its mobile capabilities and offering Glue and Metalhead and Playdemic and Codemasters to enhance core sports games, casual sports games, and general casual game lineup. They see a large opportunity for growth in mobile. EA says that Respawn's contribution through Apex Legends has totaled nearly $2 billion in 2 years.
Oh man,
that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. I think it's funny how like recently. So and this is slightly off topic, but because like a lot of people on Twitch who are like play like battle royales for like their content and whatnot, they've switched to Apex just because just Apex in my opinion is just a lot better. I know a lot of people that play like Warzone, like Tim the Tatman or like Nick Merckx.
Yeah.
They've been having issues with just I can't talk with just like all the cheaters that are in the game, and so they switched to Apex, and they just been having a fun time. So like with like content creators like them, will probably promote like Apex even more and will bring even more money to for EA. So yeah,
I mean it makes sense. Especially with the fall of Warzone, kind of where that's at right now, and a lot of people jump and ship to these other ones. It doesn't shock me. So I mean that's a lot of money. $2 billion is a lot of money. So I guess good for Apex. And then lastly, in aggregate, the company has seen strong engagement across gaming over the past year, even with opening up because of its focus on experience and social elements and network. So that's pretty much it for the EA sales number. It looks good for them. I think EA probably in a better place than they were before. EA notoriously known for some of the more shitty practices that they've activated in their company before, but it looks like they're slowly fixing their image.
Yeah, they're the hooligans that do the weird stuff with the microtransactions, right?
Okay. Yeah, everybody got onto them from microtransactions, loot box, all that fun stuff. Talking about actual fun stuff though, Sony's next-gen PSVR 2 headset looks to have HDR OLED displays. Those are a lot of letters that I really don't know the definition to. The 2022 targeted VR upgrade for the PS5 looks impressive, according to a report of a recent developer meeting. This is from Scott Stein at CNET. Sony has already revealed some details on its next-gen sequel to the PlayStation VR headset, but a new report of a closed-doors developer meeting confirmed by Upload VR makes the hardware sound even more impressive. According to a YouTube report by Brian Paul of PSVR Without Parole, the PSVR 2 headset will have an OLED display capable of HDR. The 2000 by 2040 pixels per eye display will also have eye tracking and technology to deliver higher res graphics onto the display with less processor strain. One technology called foveated?
Is it foveated?
Foveated? Maybe. Foveated rendering uses eye tracking to deliver high resolutions just to where the fovea is focused. So I guess that's part of your eye. The other, flexible scaling, should also assist on the PSVR hardware end. Kotaku also detailed some of the features this new headset could enable based on the new reports. So,
okay, that was a lot of big words that my tiny brain could not comprehend.
PSVR 2 gonna be good, is what I'm hearing here. It makes sense. It kind of, like, it just makes sense that they would kind of track where your eye's looking and just make all the high resolution stuff focus on where you're looking and to where your peripheral stuff, which doesn't require as much visual excellence, I guess. They can just tone that down and just kind of follow wherever your eye tracks just to make the whole thing process better, which is pretty cool.
That sounds cool. Technology, yes. Am I right?
That's good commentary. Thank you. That's pretty much it for the news. I can't think if there's anything else. There is one game I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if it's actually just becoming really popular or if it's TikTok. So this game Splitgate, do you know what it is?
No.
It's like it's a FPS with portals. It's like, Portal is the game.
Yeah.
The way those portals work, it's just an FPS with those. And I was teaching a band camp this last couple weeks, and these high schoolers were like, "Yeah, you play Splitgate?" I was like, "What?"
Huh?
I've never heard of this game. And I guess it's a free to play game, and like so many people have been trying to play it. I think it just made me realize how out of touch I am with like the youth in video games. Because I had to look it up, and yeah, it's like a legit game. Looks cool. The Portal concept seems really cool. I saw somebody, they shot their first Portal because the guy was running away from them. They shot the Portal, and then they shot a portal above it, so the guy ran through the portal, came right back out on top of where he just walked out, and the person meleeed them as they came out of their own portal.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was pretty cool. So I saw it on TikTok.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting. So I'm curious if that's going to end up being a good game. And then there's another one, or another thing I want to talk about. The Ariana Grande concert happened in Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't watch it all fully yet. I don't know if it's better
either.
than Travis Scott concert, but I thought what I did see was pretty cool. Interesting crossover. Jordan, do you have something to say?
As far as like the concert part goes, we all know Fortnite is just its own entity at this point.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's
crazy.
kind of wacky the amount of scope and influence it has in other forms of media. Like, if you were to, maybe this is a little bit assumist. If you were to think about the average Fortnite player, how many of them do you really think are listening to Ariana on the casual?
On the casual, probably.
I think the people that I know that play Fortnite are like usually youngins who can't afford games.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just what they've heard on the radio, and so I'm sure most of them are at least familiar.
Well,
with Ariana
they
Grande,
know
but they're
she
not
is.
like on Spotify checking out her new album and stuff like that.
They are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably
it's
know.
insane. Also, the Travis Scott concert was revolutionary. I mean, people have been
It was extremely cool.
have
fantastic.
been using that. Even Roblox did it with Lil Nas.
Yeah, I that's why I want to rewatch it.
I'm
What?
Huh?
Well, none of us have watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
waiting to watch
Were
it
you
on.
asking if she got sexy in it? I mean, I don't know. It's Ariana Grande.
She was already.
Yeah, but it's animated.
Yeah, I assume it's not like.
She's probably wearing her classic like tennis skirt.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably. I know she was wearing something
skirt,
like
high
like
heels,
a, yeah, with
I
something pink.
am excited to watch it. I'm gonna wait until someone does us all the favor of putting it on YouTube in VR,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
and then I'm gonna
in
watch
VR.
it in VR again.
That'd be cool.
Um,
I want to watch it too, just because the Travis Scott one was so cool. And yeah, you're right. The scope of Fortnite is crazy. The same week
it's
they added
wild.
Cammy and Guile is the same week that they have Ariana popping up for a concert.
It's
Goodness.
kind of like I don't even play Fortnite, but every time I turn the PS5 on to play Apex, there's a new character being promoted in Fortnite, and I swear for a week there it was like Batman, and then the Avengers, and then
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, and now Cammy and Guile. It's like where are you getting all these
Fortnite's my
licenses?
favorite game to like not play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's so
Yeah.
cool to see what they're doing. I'm like, oh, that's dope. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I'm
it.
never gonna go in there
That's
and
it for
play
me.
it, but that's super cool. You know.
It's
Bro, I miss OG Fortnite so much, man.
hey, shout out to season 1.
Facts.
You remember the knights, bro? The shield. Everyone thought the shield on your back was the coolest thing ever.
Shout out to the double pump system whenever that was a thing.
That was
Oh,
stupid.
Bro, one of my
Um,
favorite gaming phrases that I'll never ever use unironically is cranking 90s.
You're cranking
Yeah,
90s, baby.
Dude, I know that's supposed to be meant for Fortnite, but I'll use it for literally anything. I'm gonna go crank some 90s, bro.
I
I'm
never
gonna go
s-
play. I'm gonna go play Arena or something. You know.
I never say it, but man, I love it.
That's what I say every time I do an 8-page paper.
Something. Sometimes
You
I'm,
gotta-
I'm
dude,
thinking it in my
Fortnite's given
head.
us so many good memories. I mean, okay, they gave us Ninja, and Ninja's got some good memes, like "You're trash, kid," or we would have never got. Did you ever see the tweet where it's like my wife? He's playing League or something.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
My
about.
wife came in and brought me a sandwich with chips with no bra on,
No, was it? Yeah.
or something like that.
my shirtless wife just brought me a sandwich.
Yeah, it's just,
It's like he just says things. Like you think about his main audience, right? Like his main audience is kids,
Yeah.
yeah.
and he says things sometimes that I'm just like, as a child, I think if I would have heard this man say this, I would have been concerned even then. Like,
Nah,
But no,
as an
kids
8-year-old,
these
you're
days,
impressed.
no, kids these days be saying some wild stuff.
Yeah,
you want to know the
bro.
craziest thing? While we're this is so off topic, but
Yeah.
that's what Fortnite does
It's
to
a-
you.
it's
It
a
just
short
takes you
podcast.
into the rabbit hole.
Mm.
The most okay thing
Oh, okay.
that I have seen in a while is the fact that Ninja, not
Mm-hmm.
as a character, Ninja himself
Mm.
is a character in Raid Shadow Legends. I swear to God.
He's in Raid Shadow
He
Legends?
as Ninja, not like as a voice actor, not as like a face.
You can just play as Ninja.
Just Ninja.
This
Dominoes,
podcast was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Who would have thought the game would have gotten to like? It's just so much has happened just because of Fortnite existing.
Fortnite has changed gaming.
It really has, and it's not a bad game, you know.
Nope.
Well,
Tip the hat off to him.
If I was good at it, I think I would have enjoyed it so much more.
that's
I just could not crank 90s, my dude.
I just can't compete.
It was just once everybody got good, I just couldn't compete.
Yeah. Like, did they do the Battle Pass first? Were they the first ones to really get the Battle Pass?
Yeah, they were the first one to do Battle Pass.
Yeah. I don't know if they were the first ones, but I think they were the first big one.
Yeah, the big one. I think
I don't
was
remember
it PUBG that did the first Battle Pass system?
They might have. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a
Let us
good
know in the
system.
comments.
It worked. Let's move on from the news. Isaiah, this next segment, the segment following the news, is a segment where we talk about the games that were released in this week, the current week, starting on Monday through the week after.
Okay.
And it's called This Week in Gaming.
Ooh.
Yeah. So starting August 9th, in 2016, you got No Man's Sky, a personal favorite of the synceduppod podcast, the Best Improver Award, you know?
Yeah.
A classic. I have not played it in a long time. I know Tim has played it multiple times. Chance has. Have you ever hopped back into it?
Yeah. After they like remade it, I played it for probably like 8 hours. I probably would be playing it today if there wasn't some other games that came out that drew my attention away. But yeah, that game is fun, and especially now since like they actually put the multiplayer aspect in it. Oh.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's such a better game than it was in 2016.
Yeah.
I'd like to hop back into it someday. Moving on, August 10th in 2018, you get We Happy Few, which I know is a game that Tim likes. I don't know. Jordan, are you familiar with that game too?
I'm familiar with it.
I've heard of it through Tim only. Never played it. Never even seen it. Couldn't tell you what it is.
I have not played it either.
I've seen a walkthrough, and I played probably like 4 hours of it. And not gonna lie, I don't like suspenseful games. I don't like scary games. So like, yeah, well, it was a little spooky. And then whenever people like would get like mad at you and try to attack you because you're not happy, then that's when I'm just like, get away.
Not my type of game either. August 11th in 2015, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. That sounds like a very Tim game.
Yeah.
I know I've heard him talk about it. I haven't played it. That's I'm sure it's indie and very Tim. Same day, you get Garfield Kart. That's my type of game. I don't know if you guys have ever played this game.
No.
Phenomenal. Honestly, the best kart racing game I've ever played. I'm kidding. I've never touched this game.
Wait, that's the game that's like Mario Kart, but just Garfield, right?
Yeah, it's just Garfield.
Oh, I've
Who
seen a
thought?
video of somebody play it.
Who would have
What else could it have been?
I didn't know if, man, I don't know why. I thought it was like Garfield pushing a shopping cart.
Well, it is spelled with a C instead of a K. And like usually the kart games, like racing kart, are spelled with a K.
I'm
So,
pretty sure it's just Mario.
are you sure?
I'd be willing to fact check it.
What?
It's fact check time.
I don't know. C doesn't look right. I don't know what you would look up.
Kart?
Kart racing?
Wait, video games with kart?
Yeah, I just looked up kart racing games. Okay, well, the Crash Bandicoot racing game doesn't even use the word kart a single time. Crash Team Racing Natural Fueled.
Yeah. Okay.
Sonic Racing, Nickelodeon. Okay, Nickelodeon uses kart with a K.
Okay. I think in general it's mostly K.
Yeah.
Well,
just off of 3 examples.
The only options we have here are Mario, Nickelodeon, and then
Garfield,
and then racing. They just say racing.
Well, I think it's with a K. So
I'll give it to you.
Thank you. I'm glad you give it to me.
Kart
Same
rider.
day, August 11th,
next
2015
game.
was a banger of a day, I guess. Goat Simulator.
Jesus.
All I know is that Tim's parents weren't about it because there's some Satan stuff in it. You can like sacrifice yourself to the
Well,
devil.
you know who was all about it?
Who?
His brother.
Oh yeah. No, I think that's a Noah
Big-headed
fan favorite
Noah.
right there. August 12th, 2014, you get PT. That's a spooky game. I don't play spooky games. Isaiah doesn't play spooky games.
Hell no.
Jordan,
Play spooky games?
did you play PT?
No. I don't
Was
know.
this just the demo?
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna get flamed for this. I think this was the demo, the demo that released on the PlayStation Store that never got a full game, which I've seen a playthrough of it.
Okay.
It's a game with a lot of history, so that's pretty cool. August 13th, in 1991, you get the Super Nintendo, which came packed with Pilot Wings, Super Mario World, and I'm guessing SimCity. I don't know if that came out.
Can I do the thing?
I would have guessed that came out on the computer.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Can I do the thing?
What thing?
Can I do it?
I don't know what thing you want to
You
do.
have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Super Mario World. Woo!
Next time, say no.
How would I have known that that was the thing?
How did you know?
She knows.
I
Thank
also
you.
said SimCity, Pilot Wings, and Super Nintendo. How did I know he was gonna do that?
Bro, I did the thing. Okay, so for those that don't know,
Everyone's
last
a
time I
critic.
was here, I think me and Tim talked about. Oh wait, no, was it Tim or might have been you? Somebody talked about Mario Kart World, and then I was like, "Can I do the thing? Can I do the thing?" And then he was like, "Oh God, here we go." And then I was like, "Mario Kart Deluxe" or something like that. I don't
It was
know.
probably Mario Kart Wii.
Was it Wii?
Say Mario Kart Wii. I think
Mario Kart Wii.
that was probably it. I
That's
don't know.
probably it. Yeah.
2009, August 13th. You get Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is getting a huge. It's a big deal on Twitter right now. People are trying to get it revived because it's in digital hell. I think you can't really get the game anywhere.
Dang.
And it's like a fan favorite. Marvel vs. Capcom is really cool. So that game, awesome. Would love to see it come back. I would love to see the franchise continue as well. 2013, Payday 2. Did you play that?
No.
It wasn't my type of game. This was in my era when I was playing DS games only.
Yeah. Paydays was the games where you were just doing heist, right?
Yeah, pretty much. As far as I remember, very stealthy.
Yeah, some of my friends was trying to get me to play that game, but I'm just, this is not me.
Not for me. 2015, Fallout Shelter. That was the mobile game.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I played that game a lot. That was really fun. August 14th, 2012,
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping Dogs. I was sleeping on that game. I did not play Sleeping Dogs. Same day though, you get Darksiders 2, and I didn't play that either. This is very Tim's.
I know. I
Tim
played Darksiders 2.
Did you?
I played Darksiders 1 and 2 actually.
Did you love them?
I did not love them. Let me just say, the concept of the game is very cool. The lore is very cool. The lore probably carries the game, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just a big fan of the 4 horsemen concept anyways. Always have been. They're cool. You know, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
I didn't know that's what the game was about.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What is cool about this particular iteration of that legend is that they changed the horsemen. So it's not the typical, you have war and death, but then you have like fury and strife.
Instead of hunger
And famine, yeah. Which I think is really cool. They also made one of the horsemen a woman, which is also cool. We stand. The gameplay is a little messy at times. It's kind of, it has elements that kind of feel like God of War at times, except not as good.
Yeah.
But all in all, decent games. Kind of wild that it came out in 2012. That makes me feel really old.
Yeah. We're old.
Jesus.
We are getting
We're
old.
getting old, lads. August 15th. In 1987, you get the original Metroid
Jesus.
for the NES. That game's old, but we are getting a new one this year. I think Dread comes out this year. And I think Metroid Dread does come out this year. I want to say in like October.
You want to hear a fun fact about this game?
What?
I was not born when this game came out.
1987.
Yeah.
Neither was I.
Exactly.
Neither was Jordan.
You should let other people tell you your facts are fun. We actually get Metroid Dread really quickly. Get it in October.
Heck yeah.
October? Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are hyped for Metroid. Or for the new one, or whatever.
You really just said I wasn't born on that year.
No, I wasn't. 1987 was not born. Yeah.
You're right. Dust and
it's a
Elysian
fact.
Tale came out in 2012. Fun fact, Isaiah was alive for that one.
Yes, I was in high school.
Is that your reference of frame for all these games? Where Isaiah was in the life cycle?
Yes.
Gone Home 2013. Where was Isaiah?
I was probably at home, also in high school.
What an exciting descriptor for these games. That was This Week in Gaming. I hope you enjoyed it. Those are a lot of Tim's type of games, a lot of indies.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there. That's it for This Week in Gaming. We're moving on to the Game Pass Club, which will be taking a hiatus this week. We will be voting on which game to play next week, and then the week after, we might be getting into Psychonauts territory. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the calendar.
Oh boy.
Which I'm very excited for. But this week,
Mm-hmm.
we played the Ascent, which dropped on Game Pass. And, well, the boys have some things to say about it. Let's start with Chance.
Yes.
He says, what I played was mediocre. I didn't care about the story, and the gameplay was kind of interesting, but I didn't play enough to have a real opinion of it. Well said. Spencer, in the complete opposite direction, not with his take, but the length.
Jesus.
The Ascent, after 5 hours of playing solo. This game is a solid 7 out of 10. This isometric shooter semi-looter leaves me wanting for more. With the promise of a cyberpunk open-world game, it isn't giving off that kind of vibe. The color palette is more akin to steampunk with a facelift than it is cyberpunk. Everything is about the same shade of diluted brown, red, and even more brown. Even the contrasting yellow color gets watered down and swallowed up with the same color congruency. That was like 3 sentences on color.
Jesus.
The player's hand is held for all of 4 different tutorial buttons, and then you are thrown to the wolves with very little onboarding. The menu system is pretty simplistic and easy to navigate until you reach the map, which I suggest you don't bother using ever. And I didn't. That was me, not him saying that. It is more convoluted than a NASA rocket launch equation and hinders more than helps. The shooting feels crisp and unfleshed out at the same time. Spending skill points feels very lackluster and does not feel rewarding in the slightest. I feel no motivation to go out and farm XP just so I can get 2 more HP. Dodging is useless because everything in the environment is unbreakable and unmoving except for the occasional loot box. The side quest felt like an afterthought and leave me wanting something more substantial than 15 of the same fetch quests with a different skin. Did I mention that this game is not very giving in terms of loot? The one saving grace for the game is the lore, and even then, that lore and story are very niche. If you're interested in corporate overlord oppression with a hint of dystopianism and unconventional cyberpunk elements, then this is the story for you. If you aren't, this game does not do you any good to follow the story. Reading the first interaction with another sentient being was like having to learn a new language. All that said, it's a good thing this game is on Game Pass because I can't justify paying for it, even as a big cyberpunk fan. Hopefully the co-op will improve the experience. Spoiler, it didn't. I think this story could have been delivered as a novel rather than a video game. It just seems like the wrong medium for everything they're trying to cram into this.
Jesus.
That was Spencer's review. Very well written.
Can I read Tim's?
Go for it.
All right. So this is Tim's review.
Oh my goodness.
Short thoughts. This game is cheeks. More in depth though, the onboarding in this game is basically non-existent. The story is impossibly hard to follow, and that resulted in me skipping most if not all conversations and cutscenes. The gameplay itself, at least in the first 2 hours, is very basic and not very fun. There's not starting classes or anything like that. I wanted more differentiation on any level, but all of you get is a shotgun, assault rifle, and SMG. Just less accurate assault rifle. Yes. Anyone who really loves Cyberpunk and has Game Pass might find something worthwhile here. Me personally, I'm out fully. Yes.
Thank you, Isaiah.
You're welcome.
That was a booming performance as usual.
I appreciate that.
So that was all the guys. I think I'm the only other one that played it here. I'd have to agree with pretty much most everything they've said. Spencer said if you don't like cyberpunk dystopian overlord stuff, you're not gonna like this game, and he's correct. I did not pay attention to any of the dialogue. They didn't buy me in at all with the story. It would have been better if there was like a actual pull you in cutscene to make you care about your characters and what you're doing, but there wasn't any of that. The world felt so hard. I mean, we spent probably 30 minutes. Maybe not 30. That's an exaggeration. Probably like 20. Because we got to the main hub area, and you unlock a bunch of side quests, and you get the main quest. And naturally, okay, let's go do the side quest before we do the main quest.
Right.
And you have to walk to each side quest location. And we walk there, gates locked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll come back.
Right.
We walk to the next one, which took another 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Gates locked. We're like, okay. Let's go. All right, we've already tried to find these 2. Let's at least check the other 2.
I see a trend.
Gate locked. And I was like, bro, why would you even give me the option to do the quest if I can't get to the area to do the quest? And so that was a little infuriating. The game soft locked on me at one point. I didn't enjoy the game. It's like I could see other people enjoying it if you're very much fit into the niche that game's trying to hit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 for me. It was not a very super enjoyable experience. So at least it was on Game Pass. That's the whole point of this club, is that we can just try games for free, as long as we have Game Pass, and not regret paying $60 or something for that game.
Okay.
So that was Game Pass. Don't forget, this week we're gonna have it off. If you're in the Discord, join us where we'll discuss what we're gonna play next week. I know some options are probably like Sea of Thieves, maybe trying out the Pirates Life stuff with Jack Sparrow. And there's a bunch of other games, Astroneer, Haven, a bunch of other games that I know are on our collective lists that we might consider. So that was Game Pass Club. Second to last segment, we have what you've been playing. Tim been playing Nier and Clash of Clans.
Fair enough.
Good for him. I've also been playing Clash of Clans. That's because I saw like one thing on TikTok about Clash of Clans, and I said, wow, I really want to play this game. But I had an inkling to I wish I could go back 8 years or so and play the game. Not necessarily play it right now, but I still wanted to play it. So we downloaded it. Tim said, listen, you jump. I told Tim, you jump, I jump. I'll hop in, I'll play. And so he got in. Lucas has gotten in. Matt has downloaded it. Jordan's playing it right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we're back in on that train. I'm sure it'll last maybe 4 days. Who knows?
Okay.
But I think it'll be fun. Because I've been needing something to play because of all the Pokemon Go fiasco nonsense going on right now. And then
There's Pokemon Go fiasco?
oh yeah, I could explain it, but it's a long thing, and I've already
Fair
talked
enough.
about it for 10 minutes on the pod last week. So if you really want to know, I'll tell you later. But that's really been all I've been playing.
Okay.
Have you touched a video game this week?
I have. I've touched 2.
Tell me about them.
Well, the first game I've played is Apex Legends.
Yep, we talked about that earlier.
Yes, the new Legend came out recently, and I wanted to play it for a little bit.
The Seer?
Yeah, Seer. Seer is busted. If anybody that mains Bloodhound, just switch to Seer. Just switch to Seer.
Is there really any reason to keep playing Bloodhound?
I mean, if somebody took Seer and you're in a team of 3, then play Bloodhound.
If Seer wasn't available, that's when you play Bloodhound.
Then you just know where everybody's at all the time. It's OP. It's the fact that his I guess, well, I play on Xbox. That's my LB. I don't know what the anyway, his thing where he can shoot his little electronic butterfly thing and see where people's at, and that can hit somebody out of reviving their teammate is busted.
Really? Does it even deal damage? Does it deal 1 damage or something?
It deals 10 damage.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's crazy that it could stop a revive though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it also gets them out of healing. So if a person's one shot and they're hiding behind a wall or something, you can do that, hit that dude for 10, and if it doesn't kill him, it stops him from healing, and then they have to reposition.
And it's an auto-seeking type of ability?
It's it goes in a straight line. So if they're not in the range, it misses them. But if they are, then yeah, you're screwed.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. So that's that's the first game I've been playing. The second game, so I've been kind of slow. I'm still trying to finish Bug Fables. I think I'm on chapter 5.
Okay.
So I'm not
crank it through.
Yeah, I'm not that far. I just been very busy with work and the TCG,
all the Digimon stuff going on.
all the Digimon TCG
gotcha.
stuff, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try to.
it?
Oh, bro, it's so fantastic. I guess side note, and I'll try to make this quick so I won't talk about this. I got first in my tournament on Saturday, and then I got punked today.
I was asking about Bug Fables.
Oh, hey, you know what?
That's pretty funny though.
So yeah. I don't have anything to say about that.
You really said I got first, and I was like, whoa. Well, I didn't play that game.
Okay, but yeah, Bug Fables, yes, I'm having a very fun time.
We'll talk about the Digimon stuff in 2 days. That's funny.
That is funny. But yeah, with Bug Fables, I haven't played a Paper Mario type of game. So this was kind of a new thing for me.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. Being able to switch, do different combos with Leaf and Kabu.
Yeah, having that simple but in-depth combat at the same time. It's pretty nice. I agree. I think most of us who played through it enjoyed it a lot. So that's all you've been playing?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it for what you've been playing. What about Jordan?
Because we coming in.
Oh,
So, First off,
Mm-hmm.
Apex, as always, you know
Yes,
me.
Apex.
The ring grind starts.
Mhm.
The ring grind ends. Only pain.
Never stops.
It never stops. As well as the Mass Effect grind. Talked about it before. Favorite game series of all time. Will continue to hold that spot. Will never not be fun.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I stole some time in this is because if you have not played and you have a PlayStation and PlayStation Plus, you should give Hunter's Arena Legends a try.
Oh.
It is another battle royale. I know, I'm a sim. It is what it is. But it is a fighter style battle royale. So instead of being an FPS or really shooting at all, there is no guns. You are a sort of almost Tekken style fighter. That you have all these different abilities, all these different characters. They all have really cool voice lines, really cool abilities. The effects are just fun to watch happen. It's the combat style is, like I said, fighter-ish. You kind of feels like a mixture of For Honor and something like Dark Souls.
Okay.
You have your parries, you have your abilities, you have your dodges. You also have classic fighter style like cancels and interrupts and stuff like that. What makes this game really stand out, aside from the art style, it is a very pretty game. I left the menu music on for a while just because it was just a nice vibe. It's very aesthetically pleasing, very visually engaging. The flowers move when you walk through them. The wind changes when you dodge. It's very cool. The thing that makes this game stand out is most battle royales you drop in immediately and you're just fighting people.
Yeah.
Of course, you can still do that in this game if you choose to. The way the jumping system works is instead of being on a bus or a flight ship that drops you over the map, you start on a platform above the map and just choose to jump down wherever you want to go. Other games have done that. I don't remember the name of the game that does that as well, but there's another game that does that. But what makes this cool is there are mobs in the world. There are trash mobs in the world. There are boss fights in the world. There are events in the world. And that's how you level up. So instead of just killing people and grabbing their loot, you actually start on a level system, kind of like League or any of the other MOBAs, where you have to go down and you level up by fighting the enemies around you, finding treasure chests, finding gear, finding all these cool things. The boss fights are almost as fun as the battle royale aspect. You can go in trios, and then you're just rolling through. You just kill the team. You feel great, and then all of a sudden you got the Fire King dropping on you for no reason at all. It's very cool. The lore is kind of all over the place, but very cool. There's some classic tropes in there, like you have Wukong, the Monkey King is in there. You have the panda, Kung Fu Pandas in there. There's just a lot of cool mixes of media and lore in there. So if you like battle royales and you like fighters and you want to try a new game for free that you haven't tried, you want something different, definitely give it a try. It is very hard. It is very fun. So that's what I've been playing. I've been playing a lot more of that than I thought I would. I downloaded it on a hunch just to see, and ended up really liking it for when Apex inevitably makes you want to cry. So if you have some free time, go ahead, try it out. It's not very big. It took 8 minutes to download for us here. If you don't like it, cool. If you do, leave it in the comments how you feel, and maybe we'll get a team going.
So you're gonna revisit it.
I'm definitely gonna go back to it. I like it. It's frustrating to play solo, but it's also very good to play solo. You learn. There's a lot of mechanics that are kind of hard to follow sometimes. But before I put it down, I want to give it a full, honest try.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is very pretty. It's more than I expected it to be. So I am going to give it another shot. I will be going back, and I will let you guys know how that goes.
Okay. Can you scroll down and just show me the mics on Streamlabs?
Yes, it's my mouse
I'm
works.
just tripping.
We're
you know how I be sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He be paying.
That was getting me too.
Yeah. I was like, I just had to know. All right. So lastly, we got some reader mail from your boy Fielding.
Can I do the thing?
You can get your questions read as well on the show by sending an email in to synceduppod@gmail.com. Fielding today will be voiced by the lovely Isaiah Roberson. He has asked ahead of time if he could please read this part, and I've decided he can. So
Here's the
stage is
mail
yours.
that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to yell. Yeah, yell.
Yeah.
Mail.
And that's a copyright strike. Thank you.
Yep, we're getting taken down, baby.
Is it? I hope not.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, we're fine.
Oh gosh. Okay. So before I do this accent, if Well, it says in an Australian accent. So before I do this accent, I am doing this out of just fun. I am not doing this to offend anybody. So I don't mean to offend anybody if this, offends them. Yeah.
Fielding, I'm
Words.
sorry, I tried.
All right, so Fielding writes, "Good eye, mates. Let's say that tomorrow you ain't going into work, but rather you're going to visit a cave." Yo,
You
I
didn't
can't
even
do
make
it.
it one
I can't do
sentence.
it. Yo, I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Okay,
can't.
thank you.
I can't
Good
do
day,
it.
mates. Let's say that tomorrow you aren't going into work, but rather you're going to visit a game developer's studio of your choice to play whatever game they may be currently working on. All expenses paid. Where do you go, and what game do you want early access to? You'd be provided with a translator if necessary. He says, I'd want to visit DICE to try out some Battlefield 2042. Thanks.
What?
No, I have an answer. I was just looking at Isaiah first. I
Oh.
was reading it. You had time to think.
Oh, I mean, I have like two places that come. Well, okay, I forgot the developers' names. Just because I got small brain.
Tell me.
But so the people. Oh, is it Square Enix? Yeah,
They
it's
make
Square
what?
Enix. They make Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely do that to play Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever Kingdom Hearts game that
Whatever Nomura's working on.
Yeah. Oh, I want to so bad.
Respectable.
Yes.
It's Game Freak for me, baby.
Oh yeah.
Let me go see what Pokemon shenanigans are up to.
The second one I can think of is I forgot who. I want to say it's Bandai Namco that are making the Digimon Survive game. I want to play that game. I want to see how much work is going on in that, and then I want to play.
Good.
Yeah, and then I want to play whatever Digimon
I'm
game
pretty sure that would
they
be
come
Bandai.
out.
What's your answer, Jordan?
Bro, easy answer.
Easy?
BioWare all day.
Power. Okay.
Either
fair.
Mass Effect 4, because we don't count Andromeda. That's not a Mass Effect game. Or
Didn't happen.
or Dragon Age 4. Either one, both, all of the above. BioWare all day.
Good
Heck yeah.
answer, sir. Any other answers before we close?
Hmm.
You can also take me to Double Fine. I'd like to play Psychonauts pretty early, but I mean we're only 2 weeks away.
Who makes Horizon? Is that Square?
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
That's Sony.
Is that just straight Sony?
I don't know which company at Sony makes it.
Let's find out.
I just know it's a Sony team.
Horizon.
It's time for a fact check.
You have been provided with
Guerrilla Games. I want
There
to
you
go
go.
there.
Guerrilla Games.
I'll also go watch
Guerrilla Games.
where I know is Square Enix for the next Tomb Raider.
We got a gorilla for sale. My gorilla for sale.
That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you like your questions read, you can submit to synceduppod@gmail.com, just like Fielding did. And of course, make sure to check out Isaiah on Twitch, on Twitter, and the TCG Cast,
Yes.
where you're on there usually a little more than I am.
Oh, a
Oh
little bit.
wow, you just ran mine.
Wow.
Well, that's a first.
Learning.
We're getting big brain out here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Until next week, or if you got the post show right now.
Yes.
So we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Peace.